Good afternoon, Kate. How have you been doing these days? What are you doing? I have a bit of exciting news if now works for you. Are you free to talk at all now?
Hi, Rebecca. I'm doing well. How have you been doing these days? It has been a long time since I have heard from you. What is going on? What kind of news is it?
It's good news. I'm just so excited. I want to share this news with everyone. To tell you the truth, I just found out that I'm going to have a baby.
Wow, are you serious? That's awesome. I'm so happy for you and to hear the wonderful news. Congratulations. You will be a great mom. I'm very surprised to hear this news too. It really came out of nowhere, but I really am happy for you.
Of course. I have always really wanted kids, so I'm so happy. I just couldn't wait to tell you and Kevin. I figured that it was about time I should have a child, you know? Especially since you and Kelvin have the firstborn grandchild in the family. You two get all the attention. To be honest, I was a bit jealous. Ever since Henry was born, our parents have been completely obsessed with him. They barely even pay attention to us anymore. I figured that if I finally had a child too, I would also get spoiled. I bet it's so nice.
Wait, really? Are you serious? I didn't know that was how you felt this whole time. Is that the only reason that you're having a baby then? You don't have any other reasons at all?
Oh yeah, I guess there are other reasons too. But that is my biggest one. But it is also kind of nice, you know? It seems like once you're pregnant, you really feel like it's a coming of age or a rite of passage in life, right? Either way, I have always wanted to have a baby ever since I got married. My parents are so insistent on it too. Every time I see them, they're always asking me when I'm going to have a baby. They'll definitely be overjoyed to hear the news.
Oh, really? I guess you're right. That's good to hear. I'm sure you and your husband will do great. Thank you for telling me the wonderful news, too. Congratulations, once again.
Thank you, Kate. You're so sweet. I'm so lucky I have you to help me out. But you know, I guess that it could also be considered bad news for you too, right? I was thinking about it, and I realized that a lot will probably change after I have a baby. Your little Henry won't be the most beloved grandchild anymore. You have to be prepared.
Oh, really? I'm not sure if the parents are going to treat the children that much differently. What do you mean?
Well, you know, you're not really blood related. So naturally, it would make sense that my parents would be more excited and adoring of my child than yours. Up until now, Mom and Dad have always showered you and Kevin in money and gifts and gave Henry all the attention. I always thought that it was unfair, but now I guess it is my turn.
I'm not sure if it is really that one-sided like you say. I don't think your parents are being unfair. I always thought they treated us pretty much the same. And I don't think that your parents are the kind of people to discriminate that much between their children.
No way. You just can't see it since it's right in front of you. They've always been like that. You just probably don't want to admit you get special treatment. Anyways, it doesn't matter anymore, since it won't be much longer before I'm a mom too. Since you're also a mom, you should help me out and teach me everything I should know. I'll be depending on you.
Okay, of course. I can help you out and give you some tips and pointers here and there, I suppose. Just let me know whenever.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know anything about raising children at all, so I will definitely need a lot of help. I wasn't really around much when Henry was born, so I only had a chance to play with him a few times when he was a baby. And I don't think I've ever touched a baby since then either.
Oh, wow. I didn't know you were that inexperienced. But now that you mention it, we haven't really seen much of you since he was born, have we?
Yeah, sorry. Babies are a bit scary.
Oh, goodness. Well, anyway, I can try my best to help wherever I can. But I'm just not sure if I can always be 100% helpful. But I'll try.
Really? Thank you so much. That's great to hear. I was really hoping you could help me out. I really can't think of anyone else I could ask. Actually, none of my friends have had any children yet, so I'm the first one. So that's why I'm so nervous. Sorry if I'm rambling. I just have so many things I'm worried about right now.
Oh, you're right, Rebecca. It seems like you really need a lot of help. It's normal to be nervous for your first child. You sure are quite young, too. So it must be scary for sure. At your age, I guess you're right. Most people haven't started having babies yet.
Yeah, it's pretty lonely. But that is not my biggest worry about having a baby. During the pregnancy and after I give birth, I'm quite worried about how my body will change. I always hear that the body changes a lot after pregnancy, so I'm really worried about it. These days, I have been researching different diets to start after I give birth so I can lose weight fast. Did you do any diets? It seems like you lost your baby weight pretty fast and returned to a normal weight pretty easily. I'm so jealous. What was your secret?
Oh, it's natural to worry about that. Well, my weight didn't increase that much when I was pregnant, actually, so it depends on the woman. But not gaining any weight is also something you should worry about, you know. Since I was not gaining much weight when I was pregnant, I was pretty worried about it. You have to gain a certain amount to keep the baby healthy.
Wow, I'm so jealous. I hope my pregnancy goes like yours. You're lucky to have an upper hand in that area. I guess that it is good to cut down on what I eat then and keep my portions light then. I'll try to do that.
Oh no, you should not decrease what you eat when you're pregnant. Please don't diet or worry about that. It's not good for the baby. You know, if the baby doesn't get enough nutritional balance from the mother, it can stunt growth and healthy development. You want your child to be healthy and grow well, right?
Well, yeah, I do. But if I eat too much, I will definitely get fat. That would be the worst. And you can get nutrition from other ways than eating a ton of food these days. I researched it, and there are a bunch of different vitamins and supplements I can just take instead while dieting, so it will be fine.
You do whatever you want then, I suppose. But I did happen to get pretty bad morning sickness, so you should expect that too. The smell of different foods would often make me sick. So there will be a lot of foods you won't feel like eating anymore. So you might not gain too much weight anyways if you get morning sickness a lot. So you should eat whatever you can stomach when you feel up to it.
Really? Oh my god, that sounds plain awful. Wow, I never realized that pregnancy was so terrible. I don't want to be sick all the time. Why do you keep on telling me all this terrible stuff about pregnancy? All I'm hearing is, you can't do this, you can't do that. Everything sucks.
Well, you wanted to have a baby, right? That's just how pregnancy is. It is a long, difficult road, but worth it in the end. You just have to wait it out and endure until you get to 9 months. Then you'll have a baby and you will have a whole different person to worry about. That's how it works if you really want to be a mom.
Oh, I see you finally came out to scold me. Of course, I already know that. You don't need to remind me. Jeez, you worry way too much. I just wanted to ask you a few questions about pregnancy. You didn't have to take it so seriously.
Oh, I think you must have misunderstood. I didn't mean it like that. I'm just worried about your baby, that's all.
Well, I didn't ask you to worry about that, did I? I was just asking questions about myself and you made it way too serious. Besides, the more you preach at me about my pregnancy, the more I get stressed out, so please stop it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Please don't get stressed out by what I said. I was just trying to be helpful. But you're worried about the child you're carrying too, right? Have you been researching and reading up on how to take care of a baby?
Of course I have! Who do you take me for? Oh, by the way, I have one more thing I wanted to ask you to do. It's really important. Can you make sure you don't tell my dad about the pregnancy yet? I want to wait until I'm in my 12th week so that when I announce it, I'm further along. Oh, and make sure you don't tell my brother either. Can you keep it a secret?
You don't want me to tell them yet? Why not? I don't think it would hurt to let them know.
Well, once I tell everybody that I'm having a baby, I won't get a break at all. Everybody will always be asking how I'm feeling and what I'm doing. And they will also probably nag me to be careful on how to eat and stuff. I think it will be super annoying, so I don't want people to know now, since they will just worry about me. I think it would be best for me to announce it as soon as I reach a more stable stage in the pregnancy.
I guess if you're worried about that, it would be better to announce it later then. But wouldn't it also be good to let people, especially your family, know as soon as possible? They might feel confused as to why you waited so long to tell anybody, especially since it is your first pregnancy too.
I said it is fine, so don't tell anybody. Waiting is definitely better. You're the only person I have told so far, so nobody else knows. If you tell anybody, I will be super mad, so don't you dare tell or even hint about it to anybody.
Okay, I got it. I promise that I will not tell anybody until you announce it first. Your secret is safe with me.
Okay, sounds great. If I have any other questions, I will message again, so make sure you reply as soon as possible. Thank you for helping me out, Kate. Talk to you later. Kate, where are you? I'm at your house, but you're not even here. I came all the way here, so tell me in advance before you go out somewhere.
Huh? Rebecca? You're at my house right now? What are you doing there? Do you need something?
Yes! I have been waiting here for some time now, so hurry up and come back. I just told Mom and Dad that I'm having a baby, and I wanted to tell you about it. Mom and Dad were both so happy and surprised. They were still worried about me, though, anyways, even though I waited until I was further along.
Oh, really? That is to be expected, though. They are Mom and Dad, after all. How long are you going to stay at my house? I'm not sure when I'll be back. If you tell me before you come over, that would be best. That way I can prepare for you to come over, and I would actually be there.
Oh, it's fine. Do not worry about it too much. I can just go home. I just wanted to tell you some other stuff. I just wanted to see you, but on second thought, I'm worried that Henry might bump into my stomach, and that would be bad. I should just rest and take it easy, so I will go back home.
Oh, I don't think you need to worry about Henry doing that. He is a very careful boy. But it sounds like rest would be good for you. Please get some rest at home, and maybe we can meet up later another time.
Okay, sounds good. By the way, I also wanted to tell you that I made a trip to the hospital today for my gynecologist appointment. The doctor was even able to tell me the sex of the baby today, so I wanted to share it with you. The doctor said that I'm going to have a girl. Isn't that exciting? I'm so happy it is a girl. To be honest, I was hoping for a girl all along, so I'm super happy with the result. I always thought that girls were best.
Really? Wow. A girl. That is great news. I'm happy you're excited about having a girl, too. I have never had a girl, but I'm sure it will be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I was super worried about it, actually. I'm so glad I'm not having a boy. You know, boys are so wild and crazy, aren't they? Plus, boys are way more loud and aggressive than girls, too. I don't think I could handle that. But I guess that one good thing about boys is that they will always love and adore their mothers forever. So I think that is sweet. But if you have a girl, you can pick out clothes together, do hair and makeup, and do matching outfits, which would be so much fun. Overall, I think girls are just much better. You can do more fun things together with them, after all. Do you agree, Kate? What do you think? Were you sad when you found out that you were going to have a baby boy instead of a girl?
No, not really. I didn't really care about the sex of the baby. I was just happy with anything. As long as the baby was happy and healthy, I didn't mind what the sex was.
What? Really? There's no way I can believe that. Girls are way better. I'm sure having a boy is a lot of trouble for you. Besides, since you only have one child now and it is a boy, if you have another child, wouldn't you want to have a girl next? Mix it up a bit?
To be honest, I have not really thought about it that much. I would really be happy with either. I think having two boys would be fun too. I love Henry and he is a very sweet boy, so I would be happy if I had another like him too. And if I had a girl next, I think he would make a great big brother, so I would be happy with that too. I really think either is fine. It doesn't matter as long as they're happy and healthy.
Wow. I really cannot understand you. I don't know any other women out there like you. You're kind of a strange mother.
Oh, really? What makes you think so? I don't think my opinion is particularly strange, but you can do whatever you want.
Everyone just knows mothers prefer to have daughters. They can relate more. Either way, I hope all my children are girls, no matter how many I have. My husband said he would like to try and have a boy, but I just ignored him. It is not up to him after all. Since I'm the one having the baby, I should get to choose the gender.
But you cannot choose the sex. It is totally random, you know? So you should be happy with whatever you get. Besides, I'm not sure if there is any way to predetermine the sex of the baby.
I know that, of course. But I'm still allowed to have my own personal wish. But I guess there is a chance that I have a boy someday anyways. In that case, I guess I could still have a baby boy and dress him up cute like a girl anyways. I think they call that genderless nowadays. I could just raise my child like that since I want a girl anyways. People probably wouldn't even be able to tell the difference if I dressed him up and raised him as a girl.
Rebecca, I think you need to think about this more seriously. A child is not a toy or a doll for their parents to dress up and control.
Oh my god. You always overreact to everything I say. You don't need to take everything so seriously. Wow. You're always upset at me for something. You do not need to tell me every single thing like that and nag me like you're a better mother than me. I know how to take care of children. How could you talk to me like that? Jeez. You should think more before you talk to me again like that.
I just want to remind you, since you're not taking it very seriously, your child will have their own likes and dislikes. You should not force your hobbies on them. It might just be because you have never had a child before or someone else to care for. So I do not think you know what it is like. Having a baby in itself is a wonderful miracle. So you should enjoy getting to know your baby and the unique character they will be.
Oh my god. You're such a nag. I know all that stuff already. Jeez, is that all you want to say to me? I just wanted to share my exciting news with you, but you're such a party pooper. Great. You ruined my good mood too. Anyways, how do you get these crazy ideas in your head? Treat my child like a toy? When on earth did I say that my child was just some toy for me to play with? You always take my words and twist them.
When you said if you had a boy, you would dress them up and treat them like a daughter. That is just like treating your child like a doll or a toy. Children are too young to know better. They probably will not understand what is going on and just follow you as their mother. So please do not treat them like one of your accessories. They need to grow and find their own personality.
Whatever. You don't understand since you just have a son. As long as the child likes it, I do not see any problem. I will raise my baby as my ideal child, so they will turn out how I want them to. I'm their mother, so I can do whatever I want to. You're just an outsider, so you have no right to tell me what to do. Keep it to yourself.
Rebecca, I don't think that is the right way to go about it. Can you imagine how your child would feel?
It is my decision to do what I want with my child. Like I said before, I'm their mother. Don't think that just because you're my brother's wife, you have some right to tell me what to do. You should just worry about yourself and your child. Jeez, you're so annoying. You always say rude and troubling things to me, you know. You should think more before you open your mouth.
Okay, I got it. I'm sorry you feel that way. I won't bother you anymore. I don't have anything else to say anyways. Good luck with the rest of your pregnancy.
Hi, Kate. I have some news for you. It is a bit sudden, but I figured that I should let you know. I'm going to visit my parents tomorrow. Are you going to be home?
Hi, Rebecca. You are? I didn't hear anything about it. Did you tell your mom you're coming? She didn't say anything to me.
Oh yeah, I did. I sent her a message earlier in the day telling her I was coming over. But she told me I couldn't come yet. Can you believe that?
Well, if she said no, then I guess you have your answer. If it's not convenient for her, you can just come over another time.
No way! I can't stay here any longer. I decided that I'm still coming over. Besides, I'm their daughter. And I always go back to visit them all the time anyways. I don't understand why they can't make room for me just this one time.
Well, it might be better for you to stay at your current place. Your doctor and local hospital is there too. So wouldn't that be more convenient? What if the baby comes suddenly? Also, we don't have any extra bedrooms over here, so that would also be a problem. I think it would be better to just stay in your current place.
Don't worry. The hospital and doctor is not that important. Doctors are all the same anyways. Besides, I figured that you could just move out while I'm there anyway. Henry also has a room here, so I can also use his room if that is better. Better yet, if you and your family all move out, then there would definitely be space for me. So we can definitely make it work.
What? Are you serious, Rebecca? You want us to move out of our home so that you can take our rooms?
Yep. That would be the best plan. I think it sounds perfect, don't you? I really came up with a great idea, didn't I? I truly am a genius. If you and your family just move out, there will be more than enough space for me.
And where are we supposed to go? Why does my family need to move out to accommodate you? You already have your own house. How did you even come up with that?
Well, that house belongs to my parents in the first place, so I should get the highest priority to stay there. You're not even part of their family, technically, and came after me anyways. It just makes sense for their real daughter to stay there. I'm their most important and precious daughter, too. And I will be having their most important grandchild soon. So I should definitely have priority. My mom and dad would never say anything about this to your face, of course, though. But I just know that they definitely agree with me and are probably thinking the same thing.
And where is my family supposed to go again? We have no other place to stay and you already have a home. This is ridiculous.
I haven't thought about that at all. Where you go does not concern me at all. You will have to figure that out by yourself. Why don't you just go back to your own parents' house? You're always mooching off of my parents anyways. Don't you have your own mom and dad? Anyways, that is not the only reason that you should move out. There are other practical reasons as well. Henry has been going to kindergarten for a few months now, right? And you and Kevin have a job outside of the house that you go to every day. I realize that Henry is probably picking up dirt and germs from kids at school all day. And you're probably also bringing in germs from outside as well. If my precious baby gets sick from your germs, it would just be an absolute disaster. I don't want that to happen, so I decided that it is way too dangerous to have you guys in the house.
Germs? You're worried we're going to bring germs home? Are you serious right now?
Yes! 100% serious! You know, young boys that age are so dirty, they're practically like pieces of dirt already. Yeah, it is so gross. I really can't have you or your family around me. I don't want to catch anything from you.
Wait a minute now. Who are you to call my child a piece of dirt? That is completely uncalled for. You're totally out of line right now. Henry is a wonderful child, too. He is very clean and always washes his hands and cleans up well. You don't have anything to worry about. You're just being insensitive and rude. Do not talk about my child like that again. Show some respect.
Well, your boy will just be a nuisance around the house. He is not that cute and will spread germs everywhere, so I think it is best you all leave. My baby will be much more cute anyways. I'm sure Mom and Dad would be much more happy to have her around. Besides, your kid doesn't even look like you. He doesn't even look like Kevin either. I wonder where he gets his strange looks from. To be honest, I thought about it a lot before, but I always wondered if that boy is really Kevin's son. It's weird.
What on earth are you saying? Are you really this brazen? I can't believe you right now. What you're implying is absolutely terrible and inappropriate. I'm stunned you would even go there. I have no words.
Oh my gosh, you really are mad. Jeez, you shouldn't get so angry at a pregnant woman like that. You really are crazy. Can you calm down for a minute? I'm in the middle of pregnancy, so you could really hurt me. I'm in a delicate time.
Oh, come on. You better cut it out right now. I have had enough with how you have been talking to me. You do not have any right to talk about my family like that.
You want me to cut it out? Are you really the one who can complain in this situation? Don't act like a victim. You're way worse than me. I have not done anything wrong. You should take a look at yourself. You have just been living off of my mom and dad like a parasite. It disgusts me. So of course it is only natural that I should try to get rid of the parasite leeching off of my mom and dad. That is just what a good daughter does. You and Kevin and your ugly little brat are a huge burden to my parents. They would be relieved if you finally left their house. I'm just trying to do them a favor.
You're awful. I can't believe you could be so terrible. What you're saying is unforgivable. What did I ever do to you? Why are you being so mean?
There was nothing that you ever did to me in particular. I just don't like you. I just can't stand your existence. You just pushed your way into my family and won over my brother and mom and dad so easily. I think all your flattery is so fake. It makes me sick. I just really can't stand you. I do not want to share the same house as you. I don't want to raise my child around your child either. Your boy would just be a bad influence. I really do not get why you want to stay in my mom and dad's house so long anyways. I suspect that you just enjoy living there for free. Do you really enjoy living off of our fortune that much? Wow, you really are a parasite. Actually, I had an even better idea than you moving out. I think you should divorce my brother and get out of my family altogether. You can probably get a huge settlement from that anyways, so you should be happy. I think that would be perfect for you. You could live comfortably on our fortune just like you are now, and we don't have to see you or your ugly brat again.
You're absolutely crazy. There is no way I would ever do that. Who are you to insult my family like that? I love Kevin and I would never leave him.
I guess you're right. You're still too selfish for that, I suppose. Even if you would get a nice alimony, I guess it wouldn't be enough for you. I pity Kevin so much for ending up with a woman like you. Anyways, as long as you get out of my parents' house as soon as possible, I don't care what you do. I need to move in soon anyways. Please make sure I don't see any glimpse of you when I come over tomorrow, okay? I'm sure my mom and dad will be so relieved to get rid of a parasite like you. I cannot wait to see how happy they will be to see me and their future grandchild.
Jeez, you really are the worst. I can't even argue with you anymore. Fine then. If you want us to leave so badly, I guess we'll move out. Do whatever you want. I don't think I could stop you anyways.
Wow, really? You'll really move out? I'm glad I finally talked some sense into you. Maybe you can get a divorce next. Make sure you clean the rooms you used really well before I come over. I don't want to touch anything that might have had your germs on it. I have no idea where or what you touched, so make sure everything is really spotless. I certainly do not want to get sick right after I move in. I'll come over tomorrow, so make sure you're totally out by then. I don't want to see your face at all tomorrow. Hey! Kate! Where is everybody? I'm at the house right now, but nobody is home. There isn't even any furniture in the house. It is totally empty. What the heck is going on? Hey! Answer me right now! Where are you? Where did my parents go? Did something happen?
Jeez, what are you freaking out over so much? Why are you so surprised? You said it yourself yesterday. You told us to get out as soon as possible. Do you even remember? We just did exactly as you said. I don't see why you're so upset. Aren't you satisfied with this? The home is totally ready for you.
What? Are you stupid? I said to get out, but I didn't mean everyone. I just meant you and my brother and your grubby kid needed to move out. I was not talking about my parents. What happened to them? When are they going to come back and take care of me?
We all decided to leave together after I showed everyone your messages. Everyone, including your mom and dad, decided to leave.
Huh? What are you talking about? Are you serious? You guys are all just abandoning me here. How could you? Wait. I just cannot believe this. There is no way my mom and dad would do that to their precious daughter.
Well, this is just what you wished for. You told me and my family to move out and to clean everything thoroughly so none of our germs were left in the house. Well, your parents decided that I am a part of their family, and if my family needed to leave, then they would be leaving with me. I think this is just perfect for you. In fact, you got more than you asked for. There will be nobody at home, so no chance that you or your baby will catch any diseases from anyone. It's your brand new house now, Rebecca. Congratulations. You can do what you want with it and have your baby there with no worries.
I'm serious, Kate. Quit it with your jokes. I have had enough of this. How can you be like this to me when I'm pregnant? My parents will never forgive you when they find out you're treating me like this. Now cut it out and tell me where everyone really is right now.
I told you, we have a new house now. Actually, we've been planning to move for a while anyway. We were having a new house built. We were going to move in next month, but we decided to move in a bit quicker to accommodate you. You should be more thankful. Thanks to your father, we were able to make the move overnight. He has an acquaintance from a moving company who helped us out. It is really a miracle we were able to move so fast. We really have to thank him and the moving company.
Huh? Are you actually serious? You all really moved out? Wait a second. I'm so confused. What about this house then? What are you going to do with it later? Surely I can't stay here forever.
Oh, that house? Well, you can use it until you have your baby. After that, your mom and dad are planning on selling it right away. Nobody except you is there anymore anyways. So we decided that is what would be best. It also helps us to pay off this new house. Enjoy it while you can.
What? I don't want to be all alone over here. Tell me your new address so I can move in there. Hurry up!
Oh, that is not how this works. I already told you, didn't I? That house is for you. We emptied it out and all moved out just for you. But you're not welcome in our new home. Why should we have to take care of you after you treated me and my family so terribly? Besides, we've already got our germs all over the new place.
Oh my god! You can't be serious! How can you do this to me? I'm going to have a baby and you're treating me like this. You're the worst! I'm just about to give birth, you know. You're just going to leave me here? I'm pregnant!
I'm aware. That does not mean you can treat us all terribly, though. Also, you know, I did not get a chance to tell you yet, but I'm also pregnant.
What? You're pregnant too?
Yes, I am. We are both expecting, so you should treat me the same way as you said before. Do you remember? It's not good to be stressed when you're expecting a baby. You told me that, so I'm just trying to follow your advice. If I had to live with you and be treated like scum all the time, I would be really stressed. That is not good for my condition either. So we decided that it would not be good for me or the baby to live with you. You're too cruel, and it would be too difficult to deal with.
What? Wait, this is all too fast. What is happening? Are you serious right now? My parents don't want to see me at all either? I can't believe this. What should I do?
Well, you can stay there for a bit until you have the baby. But after that, please leave as soon as you can so we can put the house on the market. We can't have anybody in the house while we are selling it.
No way. Is my family seriously abandoning me for you? This has to be some kind of joke. Are you sure there is no way for you guys to come back? Or can I do anything to come to your new place? I'll do anything. I'll apologize and do whatever you want. Please, I promise. I will do whatever you want, Kate. I won't say anything bad about you or your son. Please just talk to my parents for me. I'm begging you. Please, I'll do anything. I will even get on my knees to apologize to you. Please imagine that I'm in front of you begging.
I don't know if you should be getting on your knees when carrying a baby in your stomach. Begging is not good to do either. Besides, you're not even here in person, so your words mean nothing to me. I can't believe anything you say. Even if you were in front of me now, my opinion would not change at all.
Why are you doing this to me? What on earth did I ever do to you?
Don't play stupid. You know what you said. You called me and my family parasites. How could you say such a thing to your own family? You were so disgusted by us, you tried to force us out of our own house. You told me to get divorced and implied Henry wasn't Kevin's son. You said such despicable things. It is impossible for me to forgive you for that. And you were mistaken to think your parents would just ignore what you said. They feel just as angry as I do. Anyone would be ashamed to have a person like you in the family.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Can't you forgive me? I don't know what I was thinking when I said that stuff. I'm pregnant right now, so I was not myself. It's my hormones. They make me irritated all the time and I say things I don't mean. I said all that without even thinking about it. Do you understand? You're pregnant too and know how difficult it is.
I guess that is true. Being pregnant is difficult and emotional. I'm sure you're also having an emotional time. However, your pregnancy and hormones have nothing to do with this problem.
Huh? Why not? They do too.
Well, you see, I just think that you're not a nice person in general. It has never been easy to deal with you.
Huh? What do you mean I'm not a good person? You have some nerve saying that to me.
You always say such awful things. You're extremely inconsiderate and only ever think about yourself. You wanted to treat your child like an accessory and force them to dress up and do whatever you wanted. And you said you were just happy to be pregnant because you wanted more attention and to be doted on. That is not a good reason to have a child. You also said your child is going to be cuter and better than ours. What kind of person puts down other children like that? It would never be a good example to talk like that in front of your own child. You tried to force me and my family out of our home, and you tried to come stay here with no warning to force your poor mother to take care of you and your baby. All of that is more than enough reason for us to be upset. You've insulted me, my child, my husband, and your own parents. It's only natural that no one would want to be around you.
Wait. You've got it wrong. I didn't really mean it when I said all of that. Like I said, I was just emotional.
I think you meant exactly what you said, Rebecca. Do not try to back out of it now. You told me that you always pitied your brother for ending up with me. It is clear that you can't stand me. Additionally, every time you would contact me, it was just to say cruel and unnecessary things, wasn't it?
What? That is not what I intended. You're totally mistaken. It has not always been like that. Don't you remember? You never had any other problem with me before this. It only happened after I announced my pregnancy.
No, it has been this way since I got married to your brother. You have always been nasty and cruel to me. I'm not sure why, but you must see me as some threat or menace. You have always been the worst around me. Did you think I never noticed your attitude towards me? I noticed it for a long time, but just held my tongue.
That is not true. I have always thought of you like a sister. All of that must be in your imagination.
It is like you just wanted to have a baby to spite me. You sound like you just want to one-up me and Kevin because you're jealous of us. Of course, we were happy for you in the beginning, but as time went on, we saw you get worse and worse, and it became more difficult to deal with you. We just could not handle taking care of you and withstanding your insults and complaints anymore. Your mistreatments of others is too emotionally taxing on us. And it is not just me. Your mom and dad are also sick of it.
Wait, my parents are tired of me? I'm my doting older brother. There is no way he is siding with you. I've always been his favorite. There is no way that can be true. Let me talk to them, please. I need to sort this out with them. There is no way they think that of me. I'm their favorite. You're just messing everything up. I have had enough of this.
Up until now, you have just selfishly done whatever you wanted, right? Let me remind you that your mother told you from the beginning she didn't want you to come back here. Everyone has always known what you're really like, and no one has the energy to deal with you right now. Your mom refused you several times, but you never listened. I also told you should stay at your own house, but of course, you ignored me. Even though everybody told you no countless times, you tried to just do as you pleased. You only think about yourself, and that's what got you into this mess. You're too selfish and thoughtless. Anybody would be bothered by how you treat others.
Please! I'm sorry! Haven't I already apologized enough? I swear I won't do any of that stuff anymore, and I'll apologize to Mom and Dad too. I promise I won't say any mean things to you anymore either. So please just let me come to your new place, or you guys please come back here. I can't be alone.
I'm sorry, we can't. There's no way we are coming back. We are already really busy unpacking in our new house anyways. Also, your mom and dad will not even be here. They're taking off on a cruise for the next few weeks.
What? A cruise? How could they go on a cruise at a time like this?
They're on a cruise around the Caribbean. Didn't you know that was always their dream? Also, your dad finally retired, so they decided it was the perfect time to go. Kevin and I really wanted to save up and get them a nice present to thank them for all of their help, so we bought them tickets for the cruise.
Wait a second. So they really aren't there? Oh my god! What about my baby? What on earth am I supposed to do after I give birth? Who is going to help me take care of the baby? If Mom and Dad are not here, I won't have any help at all. How can my parents just leave me here like this? There's no way they would do that to me.
I think you might have overestimated how much they care for you. They're not too concerned about your birth and are busy on their trip. As far as I know, they do not have any plans to meet you anytime soon. You will just have to cope without them.
What? Are you serious? Are they mad at me or something? Why are they being so cruel to me? I'm their only daughter.
They were not happy about the way you have been treating me. That is why they are limiting their time with you and do not want you living in their home anymore. Have you even tried to look back and reflect on how you have treated all of us so far? It seems like you haven't thought about it at all. You're never kind or helpful to us, so why should we take care of your child? You would also just be a burden. And why would we want to take care of 2 extra people who are rude all the time?
That is not true. I have thought about it a lot, and I regret my actions. Like I told you, I won't say that stuff anymore. You just never listen to me. What the heck am I going to do with my child? This is my first baby. I have no idea what to do with it. You're supposed to help me out.
You should have prepared more before the baby was this close to coming. You can't just rely on others to help you. But we do hope you have a safe delivery. So don't worry too much. We know you have no experience and don't know how to take care of a child by yourself, so we called some people to help you out. There is no need to be upset anymore. We are not that good at helping with babies anyway. The people we called will be much better at helping you.
What? You called someone over here to help me out? Who did you call?
I called your husband's mom and dad, of course. So your husband and your in-laws will be over soon.
What? Are you crazy? Why would you call them without asking me?
Don't worry, everything will be fine. It sounds like they're excited to see you. I called them yesterday and updated them on what was going on. They said that they would come pick you up today. They should be there any minute now, so you should get ready.
Oh my god! Why would you call them over here? You didn't even ask or warn me! I'm not ready and I do not want to see them.
Why not? Is it because they're very strict and serious parents? I heard that they're very rigid, so they probably don't give in to your demands and spoiled ways. So you probably hate them, right?
Yeah, I do! I can't stand them!
They're awful!
The whole reason I came here was so I could avoid them!
Well, I can definitely sympathize with having a terrible in-law. It's too bad you burned through all of your goodwill before you even got back in town. Maybe you would have had a chance to escape them if you didn't come in guns blazing and trying to kick me out.
You're just as bad as them. I hate you, too. I would rather give birth alone than have to be in the same room as them.
Oh, I'm sure they're not that bad. Besides, you should have your husband by your side when you give birth. His parents would want to be there too, of course. I heard that you didn't even tell your husband that you were leaving. Can you imagine how worried he was to find his pregnant wife missing? You really need to think about your actions more. He rushed out to pick you up as soon as I contacted him.
Like I give a crap! I don't want to see him or his stupid parents ever again. Who do you think you are to call them over here without telling me? You're the inconsiderate and rude one here.
They were freaking out wondering where you were. I have no idea how I'm rude for telling your husband where his missing wife is. Besides, you should not be trying to run away in your current condition. You should have stayed in your home and given birth with your husband and original doctor's help, instead of suddenly moving here last minute without telling anybody. Either way, you really don't have a home to run to anyways. We're selling that house and you can't come to our new one, so you have no choice but to go back home with your husband.
I hate you! How could you do this to me? You're the worst. I can't believe my own family would do this.
No matter how much you complain, nothing will change. You just need to go home. Your husband is worried and you don't have any other place to stay. You should be happy that they're coming all the way to pick you up and bring you back home. They have always treated you well, so I don't understand why you do not like them.
Come on! Please! Let's just work this out. I swear I will do anything you want. Please, just let me come to your house. I won't even complain about your germs anymore. I won't talk to you at all. Anything you want, I will do. I'll even be nice to Henry and treat him like my own son. I won't do anything that could upset you both. I promise.
Treat him like your own son? You don't even like boys, and you said you would force your own son to dress like a girl. How could I trust you around my son? I don't want you anywhere near my child. I would never let you subject him to your cruelty and insults. Furthermore, I'm also pregnant, so I also need to think about my own well-being. Frankly, I do not want to share the same house with you at all. You have always been cruel to me and my family, and you have never even liked me. Nor have you ever treated me like family, or even a friend. It would just be too much stress to accommodate you moving in, so the answer is no.
No way. Please, Kate. I'm begging you. How about just for a short time? Just until after I have the baby. I promise I will not bother you at all. Is there really nothing I can do? Is there any way we could make up at all? Kate, please.
No matter how much you beg, it will not change my decision. This answer is final. No matter how much you cry or beg, it won't do any good, and it will just tire you out. You should just give up. And if you keep contacting me here, I will block you.
Kate, please. I'm sorry. I swear I can change. Please, give me another chance.
I'm sorry. Like I told you, the answer is no. Go back home with your husband. He should be there any time now. I have to get back to unpacking now, so you should prepare your things to go back home. I do not have any more free time to talk to you or give you mothering advice. Please talk to your in-laws if you need help. Not me. Oh! I just got a message from your husband that they have all just arrived at the house to pick you up. Please get ready to go outside and meet them. They were pretty worried about you after all. And have a safe delivery, too. I hope your baby is born healthy and everything goes well.
Hey, no, wait a second. Please, Kate, don't just leave me here. Kate, answer me. Don't you dare ignore my messages. I will never forgive you for this. Kate!
After Rebecca was picked up by her husband, she went back home and lived with his parents. Her husband's parents took care of her until she gave birth. Then things started going downhill. Eventually, Rebecca's husband got tired of her arrogant attitude and their marriage started to suffer. He threatened to divorce her if she continued to be so arrogant and selfish, and it seems like they're on very unstable terms right now. Even though she and the baby were well taken care of, Rebecca complained to her husband constantly about his parents, which worsened the situation. As for my family, my husband's parents are still away on their trip having a great time. They send us postcards from each place they go and include letters about how much fun they're having every day. I'm still waiting for my baby to come, but everything is going well. Kevin, Henry, and I are still unpacking and decorating our beautiful new house. We still have a lot to prepare before the new baby comes, but we are having fun buying baby clothes and setting up another room for our new baby. Our family is enjoying making plans for the future together and spending time together. Overall, we are very blessed and looking forward to the future with our new baby. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe for more content. See you next time.
Hi, Leo. I'm just about to start heading home now.
You're only getting back just now? What on earth were you doing up until now?
Didn't I mention it when you left for work this morning? I said I was going to go to the supermarket for work today.
No, that's not it. It's already past 4 p.m. By the time you get back, it'll be almost 5 p.m. What reason do you have for getting back to the house so late today? Don't you finish work at 3 p.m. usually?
Well, that's my normal finishing time, yeah. The new young lady who started here just a while ago, she was supposed to be on the till her whole shift this time. She called in sick today. She has the flu real bad, or at least a stinking bad cold. I heard her on the phone. She was hacking and coughing as if she just swallowed a barrel full of water the wrong way. Says she has a high fever and feeling achy all over too. I had to wait until the guy to cover her arrived a little later.
Is it really part of your job responsibilities to cover other sick employees, though? Aren't there managers who can handle that sort of thing?
Well, maybe that's true. But it's not as if the managers are always free. We have an audit tomorrow that we need to prepare for. It's one that we can't afford to screw up or fail. We've got to help each other out at times like this, you know? We're a team. Everyone's feeling the pressure right now. I can't very well leave everyone else to deal with the fallout and head on home by myself, can I?
And why not? Like I said, it's the manager's job to pick up the slack for absent employees, not for the part-time housewives like you. If they have someone missing on the till because of unforeseen circumstances like illness, that's their problem, not yours. You should have just left.
Right. I totally understand where you're coming from too, Leo. But I have had times that I was ill too. Other people were kind enough to cover for me. They scratched my back, so I scratched theirs. It's just the polite and right thing to do.
Yeah, alright, you don't have to act like a know-it-all, you part-timer. You've been out all day on your husband's day off. How long are you gonna keep me waiting? Dinner will be late at this rate. You're really slacking off your duties at home.
Well, I have to work either one of Saturday or Sunday. It's mandatory in my employment contract. When I asked you if it's alright for me to start this job, I told you all that, remember? And I made sure I did all the house chores before I left anyway. So I really don't see what the big deal is. Why do you have to complain so much when I've done everything I need to?
Yeah, about the chores around the house. You say you've done them all properly before you left this morning, but you still left me with a meal to heat up with the microwave. You're really gonna make your hardworking husband go through all the hassle of using the microwave? I wanna have a freshly cooked meal every time without fail. Your cooking tastes bad enough as it is already, just after you've cooked it. You really have to make it taste even worse by forcing me to reheat it with the microwave? Not to mention, it heats it all unevenly all over.
Then why don't you cook something yourself or go eat out if you don't have the energy? You can have a fresh meal just like you want.
You're kidding, right? It's my day off. At least let me have some rest when I'm not working. Who do you think is putting food on the table so you can eat every single meal anyway, huh?
Well, I mean...
You're not really in a position to be so cheeky with me until you've learned to make a halfway decent meal. You've been a housewife long enough to have learned, though, but somehow you still haven't learned yet.
You keep saying that my food tastes so bad, but was that omelet really that bad?
Yes, it was awful. I would hardly even call it edible. It was somehow greasy and dry at the same time. Just disgusting. Just a wet, gross meal. I thought maybe you deep fried the egg, then dumped the used oil on top, then soaked it in water. It was so comically bad.
You don't have to be so mean about it. And did you even check the note I left right on top of the omelet container? I told you how long it needed to be heated for, didn't I? Are you sure you followed all that? I think you probably heated it for too long. The moisture in the vegetables came out because of that. If that's what you did, no wonder the omelet ended up so wet.
Seriously? You're gonna make me read and follow instructions on my precious time off? You're a housewife. You should take how I would heat it into account if you're not even gonna have the courtesy to stick around and cook my meals. But enough about that. I've got another bone to pick with you. The invoice for Noah's tutor fees were left out in the hallway. Why was it cluttering the space around there? You better be careful in future. Make sure you tidy it up after you get home.
No, that's not mess. It's there so it doesn't get forgotten about. You can't miss it if it's on the way out of the house, right?
You're always so full of excuses for everything you do, aren't you? Well, whatever, never mind. Make sure you pay it out of your supermarket earnings tomorrow. It would be an embarrassment if we missed the payment deadline.
I know. Talking of Noah, has the tutor gone home yet?
Yeah, he's in his room still, studying for his exams. He's having enough trouble getting into a community college as it is. He's unfortunately taken after your slow wits, so it can't be helped. But he needs all the help he can get. Don't you dare let him retake a year. That would be so humiliating for our family.
Look, Noah's doing his best. Try not to give him too much pressure. Giving him motivation is good, but too much negativity will just make him want to give up.
I'm just trying to look out for my son. I wouldn't want him to end up being a leech who has to rely on others to get by in life. Not like his failure of a mother. I will not be pleased if he fails college. What if he ends up a loser job hopper, jumping from one temporary contract menial working class job to another? I dread to think about having a son in such a lowly position. Anyway, do not let that happen no matter what.
Even if Noah does end up that way, I don't plan on blaming him for it. He's really studying as hard as he can right now. And worst come to worst, he'll have our house to fall back on financially in the long term. We can leave it to him to inherit. The perks of being an only child.
Oh, don't coddle the boy. He needs discipline, not hand-me-downs from his parents. If he wants to pay his bills, he needs to earn for himself. Oh, by the way, what's for dinner tonight?
I was thinking we could have fried chicken for the first time in a while.
Sounds like you're just trying to get away with cooking something easy again, as always. You don't want to put a little more effort into your beloved husband's meals? Would it hurt so much for you to make us some proper food?
I mean, I took the time this morning before my shift to marinate the chicken. You have to spend time making sure to get the excess oil out of it, too. Fried chicken actually takes quite a lot of effort to prepare, you know. And it's Noah's favorite, too.
Well, Noah is a growing teenager. He would stuff his face with whatever quite happily, just so long as he gets to eat a lot. It's quantity over quality for him. He's got pretty messed up taste buds with no class from a lifetime of eating or cooking anyway.
No class? You really gonna use words like that about your own son? I don't mind you talking bad about me, but you don't have to rag on Noah like that. He's just a sweet young boy.
All I'm doing is stating the truth. Anyway, all you've been saying is Noah this, Noah that. I'm the man of the house, you know? I'm the breadwinner who supports this whole family. You don't think I deserve to eat what I want after I break myself working for you all? When do I get to eat the things that I want?
Well, it's too late now because there's not enough time for me to change the menu tonight. So it's gonna have to be fried chicken. But I'll make your favorite tomorrow, okay? Ravioli it is. It's just that it takes a long time to prepare and get the fillings inside.
So what you're saying is you're putting your husband last.
It can't be helped this time.
Making excuses again. My mother always took the time to make the family real food. Every meal, every day was a delicious feast. You can complain and try to justify yourself to me when you've reached the same level of culinary expertise as her.
All right, I get it.
Oh, boo. I wish my mom was still alive. Then she could give you cooking lessons so you can be as amazing as her. But maybe you would be too slow a learner to ever catch up to her, even for the rest of your life.
I'm sorry that my cooking is so bad. I'll put more effort in, okay?
If you try to serve me some darn fried chicken on the weekend again, the oil from the chicken won't be the only thing that's jumping that night, if you get what I would be doing to you. No, scratch that actually. If you put the bare minimum effort into our meals again, I'll be kicking you out of the house. So you better watch it. Now, if you get it, hurry up and come home, so you can make me my dinner. I'm heading home now. Shouldn't take too long to get back.
Late night at the office again, huh? You must be exhausted.
I sure am. Is Noah studying properly?
Well, his bedroom light is still on right now, so I guess he's up probably. I think he's working hard studying for his exams. He's got this maths exam in 1 week after all. Maybe it's time for me to nudge him into going to bed. No point in studying so much that he loses sleep. That can't be good for his mental health or his performance.
Are you kidding me? You have to push him to study harder. He needs all the time he can get to cram, not to waste it on sleep. He can get into a good college if he works at it. Not that lousy local community college. He has to get the grades for it, no matter what. I don't give a hoot if he's sleepy or tired. It'd be the lowlight of his life if he fails. How humiliating it would be for him and for us. We would never be able to live that down. And that's why I'm doing everything in my power to keep him studying these late hours.
We would never live it down. Don't you think that's overly harsh? Like I said, there's no point if he pulls all-nighters night after night only for him to get ill. What if he can't take his exams because he's so unwell?
It's fine, it's fine. Like I care about a few nights of lost sleep. You're too soft on the boy. He's gonna be a man soon. He needs to go through character building like this so he can grow. If you coddle him so much, it's not gonna benefit him in the long run. Hard times create strong men.
I'm not trying to go overly easy on him. It's just Noah has to rest sometimes, you know?
Now, such nonsense. If you're so worried about him, why don't you go ahead and make him a midnight snack or something? Mine too, of course. I really don't feel like I ate my fill at the work dinner just now. It was all just fancy stuff. Looked great, but not a substantial meal at all.
How about mac and cheese?
You mean one of those ready-made ones? You can't be serious, right? The least you could do is make me something halfway decent, like a grilled salmon fillet or something.
Got it. I'll get that ready for you, Leo. But you better eat this meal this time, because I don't want this one to go to waste. You threw my home-cooked food away, didn't you? I saw it in the trash the other day. You just heated up a Hot Pocket and had that instead in the end, right?
Well, it wasn't the worst meal I've ever had in my life, I'll admit it, but it was still not really to my taste. It's your own fault for giving me burned food, though, so don't try to shift the blame on me.
It was just a little brown and crispy on the edges, no? I don't think you would have even noticed if you ate it blindfolded. It was hardly inedible just because it was slightly well done.
All right. Whatever. I'll make sure to eat your salmon tonight. Oh, and don't forget the whiskey too. I kind of got cold after I went outside, and the drinks I had while out wore off. So I need some strong spirits to warm the belly. Nothing like a good whiskey on a cold night.
Whiskey? What whiskey? You finished it all last night, remember? So we're all out of whiskey. The only alcohol we have in the house is beer.
Are you serious? You didn't even buy any whiskey for me today? You really are a bit dense when it comes to looking after your husband's needs, aren't you? I don't think I should have to tell you to keep the whiskey stocked up.
I'm sorry.
Well, there's a 7-Eleven, right? I'll get home in about 30 minutes from now, so make sure to have that whiskey ready.
Huh? But you're heading home now, aren't you? Why don't you just grab some whiskey on the way home?
You can't be for real. The 7-Eleven is the opposite direction from where I'm coming back from. It'll only take you, 10 minutes there and back, I would guess. Even faster if you miss all the red lights. That's nothing. You'll be back home before you can blink.
I just put on my face pack, so I don't exactly want to take it off if I can avoid it. And I'm in my PJs too, so I'll have to get changed.
Come on now, nobody else cares about all that. You're pushing 50 at this point. It's not as if you have youthful beauty on your side at your age. No one will give you a second glance. If you're that reluctant to go, why not send Noah?
But he's studying. You even said yourself that he needs all the time possible to prepare for his exams. And I can't make a minor buy alcohol anyway.
It's no problem. He looks older than his age too. The store clerk won't even care. My coworker's son, about the same age as Noah, does it all the time.
That's not the bigger issue though. Noah's a high school senior. He has exams not far off. What if he catches a cold? And what if he does get caught? Should we really be risking Noah's health and freedom at a time like this?
Well, you're the one who's being stubborn and saying that you don't want to go. There's no one else available in the house, so it can't be helped.
All right, I get it. I will go get your whiskey, Leo.
You should have just agreed to it from the start.
Just take it easy on the whiskey, though. I'm a little concerned about your health if you drink too much. We're a little tight on our grocery budget, too.
Say what? Why are we so tight on our budget? Did you go spending a lot? You better not be wasting my money behind my back.
No, that's not it at all. It's approaching Christmas time, so our spendings go up. Christmas presents and all that.
The Christmas presents to your folks or your friends better not eat into our food budget.
Not to mention all the extra tutor fees from a couple months ago. Remember when we had to spend a lot because we wanted Noah to have more lessons for more subjects? Yeah, I paid for that. You still haven't given me the money for that.
Big talk for a part-time cashier housewife. You say you paid for it, but I bet it's from the money that I gave you in the first place anyway.
It all came from my earnings at the supermarket. I've been paying for tutor fees all this time, so I'm pretty skint.
Well, that's money that I'm allowing you to earn in the first place anyway. You should be grateful that I let you work, even if it's not for a whole lot of money.
Grateful? But if I didn't work, we'd be struggling even more financially.
You're a housewife who can't even housewife properly. You can give me that kind of lip when you can do the chores around the house properly. You don't get to complain until you pull your weight.
I'm sorry.
You're such a mouthy woman. Stop talking back to me.
I'll be careful not to in the future.
If you get it, then go get me my whiskey. It's not gonna bring itself home. Someone has to go get it. If you don't have my whiskey ready by the time you get back home, you know what will happen to you, don't you? I'll chuck you out in the cold air with that horrifying barefaced mug of yours. That would be one sorry sight. Now get to it.
Great news, Leo. Noah got into his first choice of college.
Well, that's expected of him. He's my son after all.
Next month is Noah's special day, his 18th birthday. What do you say we go on a local vacation somewhere to celebrate? I think it would be a good opportunity for some family time together. We won't get to see Noah so often when he goes off to college, much less a vacation with all of us. This might be our last chance for something like that together. We should make some memories that we can cherish.
What are you talking about? What are we gonna do about the money?
I'm willing to pitch in too. Maybe split the cost 50-50 between us.
What do you mean, 50-50? This was your idea in the first place. Then you have the audacity to try and split the cost with me? No, you will pay for it alone if you go ahead with it. And is Noah even the age anymore where he would enjoy a family vacation? He's not that sort of age now. I'm sure he'd much rather hang out with his buddies his own age.
Well, it's true, I do need to ask Noah first, but he just finished his exams, so I want to give him some time to relax, you know?
Oh, you want to give Noah time to relax, do you? Are you sure that's what this is about? Why, it almost sounds like you just want a vacation for yourself. Like you just want to slack off on your household chores for a little while. Stop trying to make yourself sound so selfless when this is really all about you, right?
No, that's not it at all. I swear. But it's not such a bad thing for all of us to have a little break every once in a while, is it?
Noah is the one who passed his exams, not you. Why are you being all giddy about it? Not to mention wanting to go on vacations you can't even afford yourself. What a sorry old hag. You should act your age a little more and be more mature than our teenage son.
Who are you calling a sorry old hag? That's going a little too far.
I mean, maybe it would be okay if this vacation was going to be a reward just for me and Noah, but what benefit is there of taking you with us as well?
What do you mean benefit? This is a family outing, not a risk versus reward calculation for some sort of military operation with lives at stake. I just want to make some memories that we can all cherish, that's all. Like I said, this might be our last chance to go somewhere nice together with Noah.
Yeah, but that sort of thing is for families that actually love each other, right? You mean to tell me that you think it's the same for us too? You're always showing it in your lack of attitude and care you put into looking after me. Like all that slop you don't put effort into to serve us as meals every day. It's clear that you don't care about our health or our enjoyment of the food. So you're just gonna pretend we're one tight-knit loving family only when it's convenient to you?
I'm not pretending we're a loving family. Why are you downplaying what we have? We're a family, plain and simple. Aren't we? Or is this all one big game of playing house to you? What even am I to you anymore, Leo?
I don't know. What do you think you are to me? You're just you, my failure of a wife. Nothing more, nothing less. What else did you expect me to say? I thought it was obvious enough from how we interacted.
When was the last time you actually addressed me by my name, Leo? I have a name, you know, and it's not just you. Or your failure of a wife, as you so sweetly put it.
What does it matter what I call you? Who's putting food on the table, huh? Who's been taking care of earning money for you and Noah all these years? Yeah, that's right. It's me. Not a useless leech like you. What else could you possibly expect from me? What else do you need me to provide for you in this family of ours?
Look, I'm not looking for a luxurious life of candlelit dinners out at fancy restaurants and gold leaf spas every day. I admit that I'm satisfied with a lot in our lives. Noah has grown up healthy and become a capable young man. I'm grateful to both you and Noah for everything up to now. But I'm a human with needs beyond just that too. I just want to be able to look back on our lives and say that we had some good times. I'd like to be able to say we enjoyed some quality family time together after Noah passed his exams. That would make me a little proud as a mother and a person, that's all.
Pride? Coming from you? I would have thought a concept like that is too alien for someone like you.
Don't make fun of me, not about this. You always complain, but it's tough for me too. I work hard making food for you, but it hurts when you don't even touch most of it. Not to mention you're so condescending when you're talking about my cashier job. Just because it's part-time and it's not a super high-paying or prestigious job doesn't change the fact that I'm busting myself for this family, you know?
Then what about the position I'm in, huh? Ever stop to think what it must be like for me? You don't appreciate the sacrifice I put into working my bones to dust, supporting this family as the breadwinner. I don't think you understand just how much pressure is on my shoulders doing this day in and day out. I've done it all this time without resting, haven't I?
I'm trying to understand and help you, aren't I? That's why I've always got food ready for you no matter how much overtime you've done and how late you come back. I get up much earlier than you two so I can make you guys breakfast and lunch. I want to give you both home-cooked meals to start the day and for lunch, rather than a plain old prepared supermarket meal. I'm thinking about your health too, giving it some more green veggies and less cholesterol. It also helps that it saves food costs. But it doesn't even end up saving us sometimes because you go out to buy something anyway.
I see. Well, I think this is as good an opportunity as any, so I'll say it to you now, but those packed lunches of yours taste absolutely awful too.
Please don't say that. At least take my feelings into account and phrase it a little kinder.
But how will you even learn if I don't say it? You would just keep serving me the same old otherwise. Think of it as like my constructive feedback on a Google review I left you, so you can improve your product quality. Not that you seem to understand that mindset of continuous improvement that a business would need if this conversation is anything to go by at all.
Well, I'm trying my best, all right? Besides, Noah always says his packed lunches taste great. I occasionally give my mom a lunchbox full of my food too, and she likes it too.
Come on, don't you realize what's going on? They're just being nice to you. Haven't you ever heard of white lies? Being a housewife sure dulls your perception of normal social interactions.
It's not as if I've always been a housewife. I did work full-time before, you know? Or don't you remember?
We're talking a long time ago, though. It might as well be prehistory at this point, right? You're only working part-time practically out of boredom, not necessity. So you wouldn't have a single clue of the struggles I face every day. You are so sheltered, it's unbelievable.
Maybe it's true. I wouldn't know the struggles you face. But the exact opposite could be said for you as well. You don't have a clue of the struggles I go through every day either.
No, don't you dare compare my cosmic scale challenges to your itty-bitty flea-sized worries. It's honestly just insulting to pretend your problems and mine are even in the same league. Anyway, I'll be coming home quite early tonight. You better make sure to cook me something I like. Got it?
Sorry, no can do tonight. I've got work soon, so I won't have the time for it today.
Not a problem if you take your day off today, right? You can just call in sick for the day. That other kid who works there did it recently, no? Why can't you just do the same?
Don't make it sound like I can just so easily cancel my shift with such little notice.
But it really is that easy, isn't it? Other people call in sick all the time. How will they even know if you put on a little cough on the phone? You're just a part-timer with no real responsibility anyway. This job is adding strain to your dear husband. So go quit this worthless job right now.
All right then, you got it. I'll ask around and see if I can find a sudden replacement for my shift. Maybe someone might need the money.
Again, like I always say to you, you should have just listened to what I said from the start. No need for this petty backtalk from you.
So going back to the topic we were on before, Noah got into the college he wanted, so he'll need his admission fee to start his program. The deadline he has to pay by is in 2 weeks.
What, you make it sound like I told you I wouldn't pay. Or that I've been dodging your requests for the money.
Well, it's just that we haven't been able to talk about it properly until now. Whenever I brought the topic up, you said you were sleepy.
Well, that's because I was sleepy. Every single time you caught me at the worst possible times when I was exhausted from work. You should think about how I feel and choose a good timing, you know?
But every time I try to bring up this talk at the weekend, you always just say you want to rest, so we couldn't talk about it. So it's not as if I haven't tried different timings.
Like I said, you keep choosing times when I'm tired to talk to me about it. It's not my job to do it at a time that suits you. No, you have to come to me when I'm okay to talk about this stuff.
Well, that's the thing I'm trying to tell you. It doesn't seem to matter whatever timing I try to choose to approach this issue with you. You always just say that you're tired, whatever time of day or which day of the week it is.
Sounds to me like you're having issues picking up on basic body language and situational context and can't tell when I'm tired. It's not my fault that you lack social skills like that. It's just some stupid admission fee I can pay for my own son. Just make sure to tell Noah to pay it back double one day. Hey, what's with this letter we just got in the mailbox?
Did we get something?
Yeah, from a travel agency. A mountain retreat for 2 nights, 3 days? When did you book this? I haven't heard a single thing about this vacation.
Don't go around opening other people's letters. That one should be addressed to me, not you.
Answer my question. What are you playing at with this hotel reservation?
I already told you. It's a celebration of Noah passing his exams and getting into his first choice of college. It might not be the fanciest vacation out there because I paid for it all myself, but it's what we wanted, so I'm sure it will be worth it. Noah said he wanted to go with us too, so he gave us the green light.
We wanted it? Which we are you talking about here? I didn't agree to any of this. It says it's booked for 3 people, but I can't go because I can't take off work all of a sudden. I couldn't when I didn't have a single clue about the Friday to Sunday booking you made without discussing it with me.
Oh, the booking isn't for you. It's for me, Noah, and my mom. You can have a nice, relaxing time at home as always. It's your favorite hobby, after all.
You're gonna leave the breadwinner at home and go have a fun vacation without him? I think you've gotten too big for your boots. Quit screwing around.
Oh, you'll have to cook for yourself for those 3 days.
Why should I have to make my own meals? That's your job, housewife.
Oh, that's funny. I distinctly remember you saying you hated the taste of anything I ever touch. Then why don't you go ahead and make it yourself just how you like it? A great 5-star chef? Maybe I should call you Gordon Ramsay. You're about as polite as that man.
So what? It doesn't change the fact that you're the one in charge of all of that. You make it all and freeze it for me.
I think you can manage the cooking just fine as you're an adult. There is such thing as recipes on the internet, don't you know? If you can read, you can cook. Anyway, you must be very knowledgeable on how to cook properly with all the helpful advice you give me all the time. But don't worry, I'll at least make sure all the ingredients are in the fridge ready for you. I'm sure you don't even know where the closest supermarket to you is anyway.
Hey, don't patronize me like that. I know where to go shopping if I need to. Don't give me that kind of cheek, woman.
I'm not patronizing you at all. I'm just telling you the truth. You're the one who's been patronizing me for the longest time, Leo.
No, I don't think so. When have I ever patronized you?
You're earning so little that we couldn't afford Noah's tutor fees. I had to pick up the slack by picking up the cashier job. And you still had the gall to act like you're the big man of the house. All the while you put me down and belittle me for being a housewife who was only working a low-status part-time job. What is that if not patronizing me? Not that I could ever take you seriously given the reality of our situation.
Ooh, big talk coming from the part-time cashier. Alright, I get what you want. If you really want to go have a fun vacation to make some precious memories with Noah, go on right ahead. Just make sure you fill in divorce papers before you head out.
Really? Are you sure that's what you really want?
Yeah, I'm serious about a divorce if you're gonna pull stunts like this and leave me in the dust.
Do you really understand the seriousness of what it is you're suggesting? Homeless life sounds unbearable. You really gonna die on this hill for one of us to end up homeless?
I couldn't give a single hoot if you sleep under a bridge or on a park bench. It would make no difference to me. It'll be real interesting for me to watch and see how far you can stretch your meager earnings from working the till part-time at a supermarket.
Oh no, Leo, you've got this all wrong. I won't be the one who'll live in the local park if we're gonna play this game. If you divorce me, I'll kick you out of the house.
You would do what now? By what right would you kick me out of the house that I own? You are being ridiculous right now.
Oh, don't tell me you forgot. This house was originally bought in my name, remember? When we first got together, just before we got married, I was earning more, so we got it under my name. But that didn't last long because you wanted me to throw away my career for your ego. Oh, so you could be a big man, the breadwinner of the family.
But I'm the one who's making the mortgage payments. Year after year, month after month, I'm the one paying towards the purchase of this house, not you.
Yeah, well, it might be true that you're making the monthly payments, but I was the one who made the deposit at first. And even now, I've paid a much bigger portion of the house than you actually. So I'll most likely get the house if it comes to a divorce. And after I'm gone, it'll be passed on to Noah as my next of kin.
Are you seriously threatening to kick me out of the house? Think about what you're going to do here. And I've been contributing far more money for our living costs too.
That's true, but still, I've been doing all the housework for the family, on top of my part-time job several times a week. Without that, we might not have been able to make ends meet. If I try to sue you, I can probably be compensated.
Sue me? For what exactly? It's not something you can do without a good reason.
If I can prove that you've been causing me emotional damages that's caused enough for me to sue you. And there's plenty proof of that. Like this text history for a start. You always threaten to kick me out the house so casually for the smallest things. Sometimes you even said that you'd literally kick my butt out the door. You don't think a judge would find all that very interesting?
Come on, that was clearly just a joke. I obviously didn't actually mean it. I've never actually gone ahead and done it.
It doesn't matter. It still shows plenty of evidence of you abusing me mentally. Besides, Noah himself said that I should cut all ties with you and go no contact.
Noah said that? But I even gave him his college tuition fees.
You're his father, though. If you have the money saved for it, it's only expected. Think really hard for a moment. Have you ever actually done anything for your son other than providing for him financially? I was the one who forked out all the fees for his private tutor. All the discussions about college choices, career plans were all me too. You didn't discuss a single word about that with him.
Well, if you didn't notice, I was working full-time. Anyway, that's a mother's job.
It's just as much a father's job as it is a mother's. You know, I was going to keep enduring this shell of a life until Noah went to college. I thought I could bear it if it was only going to be temporary. But you've made your choice now, Mr. I'm kicking my wife out of the house that I don't own. Maybe it's for the best that we do end this marriage if that's what you want as well.
Don't you talk about divorce so lightly. We made a lifelong commitment to one another. Noah still needs me around, doesn't he? He needs a father in his life.
You're one to talk about taking divorce lightly. Or did you really bring divorce up when you didn't even have the guts to commit to it? Words like that aren't tools that you can just use to threaten people with. You'd better put your money where your mouth is.
Come on, you know I didn't mean it.
Also, what you said about Noah doesn't really even matter at this point. He's already going to be 18 this year, so he's grown up. He'll be a legal adult within the month. Noah said he doesn't even need a father anyway. Not if he's like you. so long as he has his mother and a house in his hometown to come back to from time to time.
Hey now, don't tell me. You haven't been using me as your walking wallet all these years, have you? I've been nothing but a pawn in your long-term chess game to trick me out of the house and my money. How low can you go?
Leo, just think about it. What good would that do me? If I was such a gold digger that I wanted a man to use as a human wallet, I sure wouldn't have chosen you. Not when the wallet gives out nothing but dust and wallet moths. Well, I guess now's as good a time as any to tell you. There's talk of them maybe going to promote me to manager and try to get me working full-time at the supermarket.
You? A manager? And a full-time worker at that?
They said that I should be able to use my accounting experience from my old job at that position. Noah's going to be an adult soon and move out for college. So I'm thinking about accepting this promotion if it comes to pass.
But what about me? You're serious about kicking me out? I told you the divorce thing was just heat of the moment. It happens during an argument sometimes. I didn't really mean it, you know that. You don't mean it either, do you?
You really suck at reading between the lines. It's not my fault that you lack social skills like that. I like how you refuse to say my name even when you're practically begging me not to divorce you. So I guess you're on your own from now on for everything, including paying bills on your single income. You'll even have to do your own household chores and cook for yourself. Oh, but you must be amazing at that, I forgot.
You really mean all of this? After everything we've been through together?
Just make sure you get all your stuff together while we are out on vacation. If you aren't ready to leave with all your belongings when we get back, well, you know what'll happen, don't you? I'll chuck you out into the cold night air with that scruffy cheap suit of yours. While we were just trying to enjoy our vacation in peace, Noah's and my phones wouldn't stop vibrating constantly with texts and calls from that sorry excuse of a husband of mine. Of course, we both ignored him, though. As soon as we got home, Leo came literally crying into my arms. But I told him we'll be speaking through a lawyer from then on. As much of a tyrant as he was, the man of the house, he was powerless before the might of the law of justice. Seemed like his spirit broke, because he meekly accepted the divorce and signed the papers soon after. He started renting a rundown apartment in a bad part of town, taking the bare minimum belongings with him. Of course, I plan on squeezing every last drop of money from him for the emotional damages he caused me over the years. It's only fair after all the mental abuse he put me through. My lawyer and I are in the process of gathering all the evidence together. From his professional judgment, he thinks there should be plenty of strong evidence for the emotional distress he's put me through many times over. After getting my promotion as a manager, my mom has moved in and we're living together as a 3 with Noah for now. Noah, who's waiting to start college soon, says I seem much more cheerful these days, so he's happy too. It's no wonder with that emotional leech and jerk Leo out of the picture. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to see more content.